welcome to Final Fights, brought to you by Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is Megan Half a Punch Hoffmeyer.
Why not a whole punch?
You only need half a punch.
Oh, okay.
So Mickey one punch, O'Neill in this film, he needs one punch.
Well, I would like an upgrade to quarter punch then.
All right, so Mark Hoffmeyer, joining me is Megan Quarter Punch Hoffmeyer.
Heck yeah.
You just have to threaten people with a punch and they fall down.
I can do that.
You're like Michael Caine from Austin Powers Goldmember, where he just tells people to fall, and they do it.
Just bow up on people.
Yep. You throw combos, but they don't hit anybody. The air knocks people out.
But it's threatening.
Yeah. You do it to me all the time. I'm scared for my life.
That sounds terrible.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining. So, did I ever tell you how much I love this movie?
Probably,
Snatch?
but I love it too.
Yeah, so in 2001, it came out here in the States in January. I went and saw it after school, and everyone thought I was crazy. They're like, why is Hoffmeyer going to go see this picture with, I don't know any of these people. Is Brad Pitt's in it? I don't know who this is. I'm like, get over yourselves, guys. I was like, I love Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. And they're like, what? And I learned about that movie through the MTV Movie Awards, which used to be awesome.
Oh, that used to be the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the event every year to watch the movie awards.
That's how I learned about Bottle Rocket,
and
Virgin
the VMAs.
Suicides. Yeah, I don't, if we were our age, I wonder if they would be that cool, but I remember them being super neat. Like, they were really cool award shows.
Oh, it was definitely a big thing back then. I think it was probably because MTV was so big at the time, but...
No, you're right. And I guess this movie sort of fell in my wheelhouse because it was hyper-stylized. I kind of dug that. But also at the time, I wasn't anywhere near this quality of Gorgeous George or Horace Goodnight Anderson or Mickey O'Neill or the Madman Harris. But, I was a boxer. I would box in...
You were closer to Bullet Tooth Tony?
Yeah, I would box in backyards. I would box in bars. Like, there's like Buffalo Bill's bar, and they have a cheap ring set up, and I would box people.
Sounds like a tetanus shot waiting to happen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you see my nose. Like, one time I thought I got my jaw punched off my face. I had to, look in a mirror to make sure it was still there. But I was nowhere near the talent of these guys. But I loved boxing, and I was really into MMA, boxing. And when this fight happened, just kind of about bare-knuckle boxing in England and everything that surrounds it, this final fight that's 3 minutes and 25 seconds between Brad Pitt's Mickey O'Neill and Horace Anderson, it's a badass fight. How many punches do you think landed in this fight?
Ooh.
I'm counting headbutts, body shots.
Just the fight at the end?
Yeah.
Oof. That's tough. Maybe 40?
60.
Oh, that's not...
You're good.
I'm getting closer every time.
Yeah. Remember in Commando, I was like, you won't believe how many punches. You're like, 700? I'm like, no, 80. But, oh no, that was The Night Comes For Us, another fun episode. But yeah, you could count easily the fights of Mickey's, the first two, those two punches. And he earned his one punch name. So if you had two fights, you'd be one half, because you threw one half of one punch. Because you knocked people out with quarter punches.
Such a great average.
So we get to this fight because... Turkish, played by Jason Statham, and Tommy, played by Stephen Graham, he's in The Irishman, arguing with Al Pacino. So it's funny watching him in this movie, playing a sidekick
they
to
all
Statham.
Look so young in this. It's funny to watch it. And I only first saw it within the past few years. I mean, I love it, but what was that Irish bare-knuckle boxing movie that you got me to watch? The documentary?
Knuckle.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
I think that you made me watch that movie, and that got me interested in watching this movie.
I'm obsessed with the Irish Travelers and their bare-knuckle boxing matches.
It's insane.
They're badasses. And the current champion, Tyson Fury, he was born an Irish Traveler. Now he's the WBC, the Ring lineal heavyweight champion. He just wiped the floor with Deontay Wilder in a fight. And so I've always loved bare-knuckle boxing, and I think a lot of that comes back to this movie Snatch.
Well, and you can, if you are into that whole scene or you know anything about it, that just makes Mickey seem so much scarier.
Yeah, and
as a fighter.
Once you learn that he's a bare-knuckle boxing champion, you're like, okay, this dude is... What did that... they said he's something like hard as nails, but there's something harder than that. I mean, the guy's been forged in the fire. The dude's a beast.
Diamond?
Yeah,
because, there's a diamond in the movie.
He's like oh my good, hey now. Not a dog eats. But this fight, though, I know what I like about it is they shot it over 3 days. So this is Guy Ritchie and Matthew Vaughn on the commentary. Guys, if you have the Snatch DVD Blu-ray, I have the DVD, Megan, that I bought in 2001 in July 3rd, and it has full screen and widescreen.
Wow, that's luxury for 2001.
Like you don't get that nowadays.
No, because it's all in widescreen.
What if I want to watch There Will Be Blood on full screen?
I mean, you should probably buy an old box tube TV first, so it'd fit the screen.
I could get duct tape and put it on the sides of the screens.
You are not touching the TV with duct tape.
So I have the DVD, and I remember being really excited to buy this. I went and bought it. It came with playing cards. I'd snatched playing cards for a long time. But what I love about this fight is it was shot over 3 days, and every possible trick that you could use in this fight, they use. I mean, there's zooms. Remember when he knocks down Horace with his first punch?
Yeah, they do a great job with the music and the shots and the pacing to make it feel very exciting and urgent.
And, like, do you think that's usage of their, like, there's the zooms that zoom in on them when Horace goes down in the first punch? And then they do a bunch of slow motion.
Yeah, the one where Mickey gets punched in the face as his face is turning and it slows down. Because then you get to really feel the pain as his hair flings and sweat is flying off of him.
And they do like quick cuts, headbutts. There's water dropping on people's heads. You notice all the smoke in the background. And also the score. Did you know that they didn't pick this song until a few weeks before the movie was released?
Really?
And they had other songs that wasn't working. And Guy Ritchie fell out with all of his musical mentors because of this. And they ended up going with Oasis's, I can't really say the name of the song, but it's Effin' in the Bushes.
Oh, nice.
Awesome song. Badass song. And then I love when it would cut occasionally from the song to like the crunchy noises and the hittings. And like it just, every trick that you could do with this 3-minute fight, I think they threw in.
Yeah, there's some really good sound effects. The punches especially, they really land. They sound hard. I don't know what they use to make the noises, but they were impactful.
They hired a Foley artist to punch meat.
Punch walnut bags.
Yeah. and then I love when after he knocks out the guy at the end, when Mickey's supposed to stay down, but he gets up and knocks the guy out, the song Angel by Massive Attack comes on. And that's when kind of shit gets real. It's just like dun dun dun. So it's
I noticed
a really cool progression into the music.
How it totally changes at that last moment. So it's very, amped up and it's very strong pacing and you feel really, I don't know, you feel the urgency of the moment and then it really changes at that last minute.
Mm-hmm. No, it does, and I love how it just goes like, because Jason Statham thinks he's dead. They think they're done. Mickey shouldn't have done that. And then I want to tell you something kind of cool. I was watching The Other Boxer, Horace Goodnight Anderson. And he was played by a guy named Scott Welch, who was the ABA heavyweight champion. And he actually fought for the WBO world title. And he retired with 22 wins and 17 KOs in 1999. And he's climbed Kilimanjaro.
Okay, so I was looking at this guy and, you and I watch a lot of MMA. And I was thinking, this guy looks like a fighter. He's obviously not in, fighting shape where he would really show up to a live fight. He's obviously would have to trim down or whatnot for that. But he looked like a fighter. His build and his physicality.
And the punch. So normally in films, you watch movies like Rocky or Warrior. We love Warrior.
So good.
I'm not going to hate on Warrior. But a lot of these movies you can't have really. I mean, this movie absolutely exaggerates the punches as well. But this guy, Scott Welch, his punches looked really good. They weren't winging. He threw straights. Like in movies, people very rarely throw straights. And in this film, he threw it right down the pipe because that just doesn't look good on screen. The looping punches look better. So I loved the work. And when he was throwing the body shots on, I'm punching in the air. You're watching me.
Yes, I am.
When he was,
and I'm nodding because everyone can hear that.
And when he was throwing the body shots, you could see his hips move with his feet. I mean, like the form was good in it. And I wonder if Welch was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna squelch on my boxing. I want to look good."
Well, do you think they positioned him against a real fighter, both in the fictional world and the real world, so that Mickey, being this amateur bare-knuckle guy, he's wearing sneakers, baggy pants, he walks in an oversized pink button-down that's open.
He looked great.
And he just looks grungy.
Yeah.
Do you think that is all used to give the sense of how good and dangerous and even sneaky he is?
The guy he went against? Yeah, I think that's really smart, too, because remember early in the film, Gorgeous George gets knocked out by Mickey? And then the Madman Harris gets knocked out?
Yep.
They look like badasses, but they didn't look like, they didn't look, maybe they were fighters, but this guy looked like a fighter. His nose was smushed. Yeah, he looked
very technical. Yeah. Those guys seem more like actors doing a fight.
Brawlers. And so I really dug him in this, and he didn't really care. He's like, this was fun. Now he trains professional boxers, and he goes exploring all over the place. Guy. Yeah, dude's a badass. And then, I guess the highlight of the fight is the 800 frames per second. I mean, that's when it gets exaggerated. It's when Brad Pitt gets punched off of his feet.
And he goes vertical, horizontal.
And he goes horizontal in the air. I mean, his head would fly off before that happened.
It's so awesome, too. It looks like he's laying down in midair.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what's pretty cool is, so they, on the behind-the-scenes documentary, they had him jumping in the air with the 800 frames a second, and he had to hold his arms in an exact motion. And it's kind of crazy watching this because you can tell that Brad Pitt contacted Guy Ritchie to be in this movie.
Yeah.
Because in the film, Guy Ritchie's telling Brad Pitt how to act. And by this time, the dude was Oscar nominated for 12 Monkeys, Legends of the Fall, Interview with the Vampire. He was a global phenomenon. And he's just sitting there listening to Guy Ritchie direct him. He's like, okay. Like,
oh, that's in the making of it?
Yeah, I mean, the dude's a super professional. And Guy Ritchie's talking smack to him. Like, what are you doing? Like, so you could tell that Brad Pitt, it made me like him more because he was just letting his second-time director that he called give him screen direction. He was totally cool with it.
Yeah, I remember back when you did that, you did a video for a different news outlet, and you were pulling up data on Brad Pitt versus who was it, Leo DiCaprio?
Yeah, Leo.
And it struck me how professional he really is. I know he's had personal things here and there, but he seems like a true professional. And when you look back at his entire career, just the choices he's made are so interesting.
Yeah, just watching the movies he's been in, like, it's so varied. But I thought he was excellent in this fight. Just the hurt, the shots. I mean, the guy crushed it. And shooting 800 frames per second and holding your body like that, that's tough.
Well, acting through an entire movie where no one can tell what you're saying, that's great. I mean...
That's a good event. He's for me, mom. Right? That's a big fella. I'm not going to copy him. I can't do it.
But it's excellent. I mean, you have an unintelligible character, so that means his acting has to come through in his physicality and his look and just his pure acting skill because he can't convey it with words.
And the scene where his mom's caravan
is
on fire and those people are holding him back.
Oh, man.
He's awesome in this movie. But I just love... I mean, that was a great trailer shot. When he gets
trailer shot?
Yeah.
Because
there's
lots of trailers.
A caravan. Yeah, you're going to wait, we bought a trailer from you, now we're buying you a caravan? Yeah, and he picks the color. It's
Periwinkle blue.
Yeah.
You know, I read that
was... Let's talk. And they all gather around chatting. But yeah, but in the air, I love how they did that, 800 frames per second, then he goes underwater. They shot that for a day, and Guy Ritchie didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, it doesn't work. But we shot it, so I put it in.
Oh.
Because
I think it's fun.
I think it shows how hard he got hit. Like, he kind of separated from his body with that punch, and I think that's why the freeze frame, the 800 frames per second works.
Yeah, and you're right, it gives more weight or gravity because he sinks down and he's sort of taking a pause during that time. And it allows you to absorb that as a viewer, whereas if it was a quick cut action scene where he just falls and then he lays there, that's not very dynamic for a viewer.
Yeah, they went out of their way to go dynamic in this fight scene. You want to hear something cool?
Yeah.
So they had an editor, and they fired him.
Oh.
And they hired this first-time editor named John Harris. And Guy Ritchie and Matthew Vaughn were like, we love him because he never left the editing bay. So you have other editors who are, this is my way, I want to go home. Hey guys, I want to sleep. But since they hired a first-time guy, he was like, give me more. And so he took all of this footage, and he was just day and night working on it. But I mean, there's a lot of shots in this. This is not an easy fight to...
Yeah, this is from a ton of angles. You notice that when you're watching it.
I mean, I think we talk about the slow-mo, and Raging Bull did that first. They have some of the most iconic boxing scenes ever. And when I learned something cool about Raging Bull, they made the boxing scenes incredibly dynamic to make him Jake LaMotta seem alive. And then everything else was shot really flat to show his life outside was kind of mundane.
Okay.
So it's kind of... I mean, they borrowed definitely from Raging Bull, but I think they stylized it enough to make it work. Now, what'd you think? I pointed that extra out to you. What'd you think about that extra? There's a scene where Mickey's on the bench.
In the corner with his... I'm doing this with my hands.
So,
he's punching with his little fists.
I don't think Scrappy-Doo when he's like, stick him up, let me at him. You know, he does the little fist things. There's a guy.
It's like that Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah.
He's just in the corner with his little fists up. And he keeps punching them.
He's doing it for like 30 seconds going, yeah.
That was a little interesting choice there, but sure.
That threw me out. I mean, I guess they didn't have that many extras, right?
But at its core, I mean, this movie and then The Gentleman that just came out this year, they're funny.
Yeah.
And they've got weird little idiosyncratic moments like that. So maybe it's just sort of part of that world.
No, you're right. You're right.
Did you not notice at the end when Mickey falls down, there's a guy with his hands raised in the air? Like, it's the greatest moment ever.
Oh
yeah, he's got his hands fully extended. He's cheering, and he holds them up there for the whole shot until Mickey gets up. And I was impressed to notice when they went back to him, his hands were still in the air.
Whoa, that guy's committed.
Yeah.
And they were moving people around because they didn't have enough extras, right, to fill in the frame.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on some of the trivia, that they didn't have enough people, so they just kept moving them.
It's what you gotta do. Put a different jacket on them, take off their hat, put a hat on them.
Funny.
Boom. You're done. Switch coats. you're set. No, but I also like how, this is going to sound really random, but the jab was important in this fight. So in the beginning when Mickey knocks him on the ground, and then Horace gets back up, Mickey lands 3 jabs right off the bat, quick. And it hurts the guy. So it's kind of cool to see in a movie a jab hurting. Because nowadays, if The Rock gets hit like a jab, it's the same thing as someone giving him someone putting a grape in his mouth.
Poking you.
Yeah, like, why are you poking me? So like jabs aren't used, but in this one he sets it up pretty quick, and I love that. And then I love the ref called out Mickey too. He's like, "You're just gonna knock him out? What are you doing?" But one quick question for you: Mickey knew that he was going to kill Bricktop, right?
Well, Mickey bet
Errol,
on himself.
And so, but he won. He was supposed to lose. So did he say he was going to win in the 4th round? Because why didn't he just win in the 1st round and do all that stuff?
Yeah, he must have bet on himself to win in the 4th round because everybody's odds were on.
Oh, him in the 4th round. So he had to stay alive?
I guess so, yeah.
But if he knew he was going to kill everybody, but he made the money on the fight. Oh, so maybe he did put on 4th round because that's more money if he does it then, since everyone's betting against him.
Probably. I don't gamble.
What if Horace... Did you ever feel like he was in trouble being knocked out in this fight?
The other fighter?
Yeah, Mickey. Did you ever think Mickey was in trouble?
Maybe that one time towards the end, when he really sinks down there. And I think that is there to make you feel how much worse that was of a punch. Because there's a couple punches where he gets clocked in the face and he sprays blood everywhere and he's tired in his corner. But that one really hurts.
Yeah. That one got him good. I love this fight.
And they're just yelling, Turkish is yelling at him to just stay down.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up.
All he has to do is stay down. He gets up and knocks the dude out.
Yep.
Drills him. And what another part I like about this is how Tommy and Turkish, when they're walking into the fight, someone pushes Brad Pitt. Mm-hmm. And Tommy just goes full bulldog on a guy. And they just start beating up people in the crowd.
Yeah, they go at it. Even Mickey does it too. He starts going at people in the crowd before he starts fighting.
I love his final jump. He just jumps into this big guy with his arms down. This big guy just kind of catches him and pushes him back. It's kind of funny. And then there's a scene where Horace punches him after the bell, and Tommy and Turkish jump in again, and they're scrapping in the ring with the other guys. Tommy's a little bulldog.
Oh yeah. In
this movie, but I loved how Tommy, he kind of gets made to look a fool a little bit in this film, but I like how he's got his back. He's an aggressive little guy.
Down to roll.
Yeah. And then he was in Boardwalk Empire. And then he was Al Capone later on. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I like that guy. He was hilarious in Irishman. I keep talking about that. He showed up late to lunch. Sorry.
I love Statham in this movie. He's so funny, and it's before he started on that real serious action career. But this shows a lot of his talents and the stuff that he's doing now.
Well, for sure. And do you want to hear something cool before, like, a couple more things?
Yeah.
So Guy Ritchie was like, I like all the sepia in this. He's like, they let me use sepia in this one. Did you notice the sepia tone?
Yeah, it is a bit darker. I guess I was just mentally attributing that to it being inside and low lights. But yeah, sepia, I can see it.
When they went 800 frames per second, you could see the lack of lights because it was very grainy. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how you combat that. You just got to light it more. You'd have to light it more.
Or you'd have to use a lens that took in more light.
Yeah, they probably didn't have that. But I like the grain, though. It made it look gritty. And that fight was supposed to be gritty.
And I mean, it does. It looks dirty. He looks dirty the whole time.
This is a movie that I don't want to watch in 4K.
No.
I like the grit and the grime, the mud, the blood, and the beer.
I like the contrast between Mickey and Turkish. Turkish with his, fancy stiff white collar and his jacket, and he's always very proper and dressed up. It really helps accent how gross Mickey is. Yeah. And unwashed.
He got into character in this movie by doing that. He said he didn't watch much because he wanted to get in the character.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a very interesting choice.
But, I mean, he wasn't there. He was only there for like 2-3 weeks. This movie only had a $10 million budget. That's not much.
No, that's real small.
And with the cast they had? I don't know. So, final thoughts on the fight. What do you think about it? Where's this go? Now, wait. Where would you rank it? We've done 3 fights. We've done Night Comes For Us, Commando, and this. Where would you rank it of the 3?
Night Comes For Us, this, and Commando.
Got it. You didn't like the fingerless gloves of Bennett and his knife work?
I don't know. I'm sure that there are worse fights out there.
No,
Well, that's hard to compare to The Night Comes For Us. It's just such an awesome fight. You know how much we love Eco. And
I guess they're all different, too, so it's unfair.
Yeah, and I love this movie overall, but this is just such a different fight from that. It's not, it's not 2 characters that your villain and your hero fighting each other. It's just Mickey fighting a guy.
Yeah, some dude.
Being tricky. Tricky Mickey.
Mickey being tricky? Mickey one pants?
Yeah, well, he
does he only have one pair of pants?
Probably.
Interesting.
You know what else I liked after the fight? So it's beyond the end of the, fight scene, but they flash back to them leaving the ring and the absolute chaos that breaks out. I mean, people are fighting in the crowd.
There's a dude with a chair.
Yeah, there's a chair that gets thrown and it falls on the ground and they're breaking stuff. I mean, it's crazy.
Chairs always get thrown first. So if you let a bar fight grow, there's going to be chairs flying in like 3 seconds.
I'm curious who started this fight after the fight. Because Turkish and Tommy and Mickey were focused on getting out of there. And then we also know that Bricktop and his guy are out of the place before they are out of the place.
Well, how many people thought they were going to win because of the 4th round? So they bet, and then the people who won got super crazy.
Yeah.
And then they were pissed because they lost money on a sure thing, and a fight breaks out.
Yeah, I mean, that was a rowdy fight.
I think it was the guy who was doing the put him up, stick him up.
I don't know. My bet's on the guy with the hands in the air. He was very excited when Mickey went down.
And they were throwing, I hate chair throwers.
Yeah, that's destructive. Who needs to destroy a chair?
Hit somebody with a chair.
Someone could be sitting on that.
Don't throw the chair. Throwing is the wimpiest thing.
What if there's a person with a leg ailment and they need to sit?
After the fight.
It's terrible.
Your friend breaks his leg during the fight, and you're the one who threw the chair that broke it.
Yeah, and where are you going to sit?
I like the picture of all these guys fighting, and then they just take a sit afterward. They all hang out and sit.
They're tired. They're probably winded. I mean, these guys don't look in shape.
And you know what's interesting, though? Brad Pitt was worried about this role because Fight Club.
Oh, yeah.
But it was such a different character, he did it.
Well, yes, because in Fight Club, he has lines, and in this movie, he has garbled stuff.
It's a good event. It's my mom. It's a dag. Big dag. Well, this was fun. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, thanks for letting me pick another movie.
I love this final fight. Yeah, you've picked some good ones so far.
Yes.
All right, so this is good. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Megan Quarter Punch Hoffmeyer, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. Final fights. We'll see you next week.
Kerblam.